Okay, we are back with another episode. We are going to be talking about sitcoms, okay? Now, one thing about me is I love a good sitcom. I haven't watched a sitcom in a while, though, because I feel like sitcoms aren't as popular as they once were, and also it's a very, like, Disney, Nickelodeon thing. And I kind of want to keep it that way because it's, like, sitcoms are, like, nostalgic to me because of that. But I kind of just want to talk about Nick and Disney sitcoms, like, in today's episode. Because everyone you talk to who grew up, like, watching Nick and Disney, who's, like, Gen Z, you will find out, like, were they a Disney girl or were they a Nick girl? Now, I watched so much TV that I really had to, like, think. Like, was I a Disney girl or a Nick girl? I was definitely a Disney girl, right? I watched more Disney than I did Nick. But I did watch a lot of, let me tell you, I did watch a lot of Nick. Okay, so first off, Disney. We had, number one, my favorite Disney show is Good Luck Charlie. I have watched that show when I was younger and rewatched it on Disney Plus, okay? It is so good. It is such a good show. I love Good Luck Charlie. Jessie is, like, a Disney show that I think is bad in retrospect, but at the time I ate it up. Same thing with Austin and Ally. Bad, but at the time I ate it up. And also Rainy Rodriguez is so iconic that it kind of makes up for it. Dog with a Blog is horrible. I'm actually ashamed that I'm bringing that up right now, but I just feel a need to mention that in Disney sitcoms because there are a few Disney sitcoms that are not good, okay? And that is one of them. It is not good. Obviously, Hannah Montana was good. Obviously, Wizards of Waverly Place was good. Oh, where'd my cat go? Yep, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Sorry, y'all, my screensaver just, like, completely left my background. Anyway. But, yeah, so, of course that had to, like, distract me. Like, so annoying. What I was gonna say is, I ate up Wizards of Waverly Place. Like, I watched that a lot. A lot, let me tell you. Never forget when Juliet came... When Juliet entered the plot, it was over. It was over. Like, the drama was crazy. Also, the Wizards of Waverly Place movie is literally the best movie ever. Like, okay, cinema. What else do we have? Lizzie McGuire. Okay, I'm gonna be for real. I didn't watch as much because I feel like it's more, like, older Gen Z, late millennial. I did watch it, though. In the sense that, like, when episodes were on TV, I did watch it. So I've seen episodes of Lizzie McGuire as a kid. But I you know, it wasn't my era. Same thing with That's So Raven. I've seen episodes, but it wasn't my era. Okay, and I've seen episodes when I was a kid, okay? I'm not talking about, like, rewatching it. Shake It Up, again, I ate that up because that was, like, right, like, to me, that was, like, when I was in prime age for watching Disney, so I ate that up, and I loved Zendaya and Bella Thorne. At the time, let me just say, though, I liked Bella Thorne better. I think a lot of people did, and y'all, were we wrong? Because Zendaya is now the icon. Like, I mean, come on now. It's Zendaya. Like, are you kidding me? She's the best. What else do we have? Who else do we have here? I did not watch Disney XD. To me, Disney XD is not the same as Disney because the shows on Disney XD are, to me, that's a different platform. Okay? It's not the same. Kickin' It, didn't watch it. I know it was iconic. Who remembers Pair of Kings? Because that was another show that I didn't watch, but I know people did watch it. I know people did. And never forget when they had to replace Mitchell Musso. Like, I'm trying to think of other Disney shows that were iconic. I don't know why I'm forgetting. People are probably, like, screaming at me right now. Oh my god, you know what show was so bad? What was Ant Farm. Oh my god, I did watch it though, but again, looking back, it was bad. But in the moment, I did eat it up. You're right, I did. What other shows did we have? There were so many. Also, don't scream at me. Like, if you're yelling at the screen right now, if you're yelling, screaming, Casey Undercover, you guys are underestimating. Like, you guys are thinking I'm younger than I am, because by the time Casey Undercover was on Disney, girl was not watching. Okay, so I've not seen one episode of Casey Undercover. Same with Andy Mack. I only knew of Andy Mack by people talking about Andy Mack. Like, I've never watched not one episode of Andy Mack. Same, what was that show Jenna Ortega was on? Was it Stuck in the Middle? Something like that? Guess what, guys? Never saw that. So if those are the things you're screaming at, like, while I'm, like, thinking of Disney shows, guess what, guys? I did not watch those. I did watch Sunny with a Chance. Any show that was on Disney during that era, like, I watched. And I also watched, it wasn't Sunny with a Chance, but what was the show in Sunny with a Chance? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Like, it was like SNL for kids, because I did watch that. It wasn't called SNL for kids, but it was the show Sunny was on in Sunny with a Chance. And I ate that up as well. Of course I did. But Disney they were popping. They had good releases. And I think I'm choosing also Disney because of the way they just branded everything. Like, we had Monstober. Monstober was so much fun. Okay, we had, like, literally, what's it? I almost said Monster High. Like, girl, you are too tired. Halloween Town, which had, like, Halloween Town High, and then we had the Halloween Town movie where they completely replaced the main girl, and then she was like, I would have came back. I don't know why they asked me not to come back. Yeah, I don't know why I'm blanking on other Halloween movies. The main thing I remember about Monstober is calling all the monsters, which is truly just, like, amazing. They did play Twitches a lot. I feel like I've seen Twitches 2 more than I've seen actual Twitches, but, great movie. I've never seen Hocus Pocus, so don't be screaming Hocus Pocus at the screen right now. But they also had, like, Fa La Holidays, which was, like, so fun. Also, all the Disney original movies, guys, let's not lie, they were better than the Nick original movies. Teen Beach Movie was fun, Starstruck, Lemonade Mouth, Hannah Montana the movie, which was, I think, a theater release, but you get my drift here. Like, the Disney movies, Princess Protection Program, they just were all better than the Nick movies. The Nick movies, I can't think of one Nick movie besides the Fred movie, which was iconic. I will admit, I did eat up the Fred movie. Also, The Boy Who Cried Werewolf, I ate that movie up, okay? But those are the only 2 Nick movies I can really think of. Ooh, I know there was that one with Ariana Grande. I don't know why I'm thinking it's called Jinxed. It's not called Jinxed, but, like, and she's, like, a cheerleader in it or something. Again, if you know what it's called, comment down below. But the Nick movies just aren't as popular. I'm sorry. Like, let's be honest. Disney movies, on the other hand, I've seen not once, not twice, not 3 times, but more than 3 times, certainly, okay? They also did those cute little things. Oh, also, like High School Musical, guys, come on now. But they also would do those little, like, commercials in between Disney shows that I just, like, ate up. And it was like, pass the plate. Like, it would be, like, music videos in between. Like, I loved that. Nick, it was a little more chaotic. Okay, let's be honest now. Let's be honest. The commercials in between Nick were a little more chaotic because it was more so like products, like Danimals. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like when you'd watch Nick, the commercials would be like commercials. Whereas on Disney, they would have commercials, but half of them were like Disney, like, things. Disney related things, and also, like, a lot of them didn't feel like commercials. It felt like immersive. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say, though, overall, Disney did do a better job. However, iCarly, I like iCarly more than all the Disney shows combined. Like, iCarly is my favorite show from when I was younger. It beats Good Luck Charlie. Guys, I love iCarly. I'm an iCarly stan, okay? I had iCarly pajamas when I was younger. You best believe when I was younger, I had that freaking iCarly Happy Meal. Because, yes, they did have an iCarly Happy Meal. Because I had it. I had the little pocketbook. Yes, I did. iCarly is just the funniest show ever. Okay? I also rewatched that one, like, if I really love a show, I'll rewatch it, okay? And I was cracking up because I think I rewatched it near, like, COVID times. Like, I was, like, way older, and I was like, this is the funniest show ever. Like, truly the funniest show ever. That's all I gotta say. Spencer, hot, funny, literally the star of the show right there, okay? Like, also, Spencer from iCarly, okay, he did play a role in me attending UCSB because guess what? He went to UCSB. Not Spencer from iCarly, but, you know, Jerry Trainer. Okay, he went to UCSB, but you get what I'm saying, okay? However, overall, Nick, you know, didn't live up to Disney. I did not watch Zoe 101, let me tell you that. I did not watch Drake and Josh, which that shocks people, but I'm sorry I didn't watch it. I did watch Victorious because I wasn't living under a rock at the time. Okay, Victorious was, again, amazing. Sam and Cat, however, was horrible. Okay, I remember when Sam and Cat came out, and at the time, I literally remember it being unwatchable. Like, I could not watch Sam and Cat. It was not funny to me. At the time, also, Ariana Grande, she was, like, popping off. And I was like, she needs to leave the show. You know, it was past her time to be there, you know? It was so bad, Sam and Cat, man. But I also did watch House of Anubis. I loved House of Anubis, let me tell you that. Only, like, certain people know about House of Anubis, and only real ones know about House of Anubis, because when I describe this show to people, I'm like, yeah, it's this girl, like, she goes to, like, private school, but, like, and she moves far away from home, and then there's, like, mysteries, I don't know. People are like, what are you talking about? But once you say the show name to anyone who's, like, you know, forgot the name, but, like, you know, they watched it, you say House of Anubis, and they'll be like, oh my god, like, I'm remembering, like, it's so good. They only had, like, what, 1 or 2 seasons, but again, if you've watched House of Anubis, it could have been a household name. I remember they were really promoting it, like, a lot, that's quite literally why I watched it, because I was like, what is this show they keep promoting? And then I remember it came on one night, and I was like, what? This is so good. But yeah, like, it didn't really catch on. It also it wasn't the normal style of Nick shows. It wasn't like a Dan Schneider production, so I can understand why it didn't do as well. But it was still really funny. Was it, okay, I don't want to be that person, but was My Babysitter a Vampire on Disney or Nick? Because I'm inclined to say Nick, but I'm also like, it could be Disney. Right? Because, okay, if I'm, right now I'm assuming it was on Nick, but it also could be a Disney show that has Nick vibes. I really do forget, though. My Babysitter's a Vampire. It was so good. Was it on Disney or Nick? I actually have to search. I wasn't gonna. But I'm assuming it was on Nick. But it seems like it could be on Disney. My Babysitter's a Vampire. Wait, what? Huh? Oh! Wait. Oh, okay. This is actually insane. Okay, guys, we are making groundbreaking news right now. This is actually, I feel like I'm like making groundbreaking news. Okay. So, My Babysitter, as I was saying, My Babysitter is a Vampire, to me seems like it was from Nick, because it had like the Nick comedy, but it didn't have that sitcom Nick production. And then I was like, maybe it was on Disney. It was a movie and a show, 2 seasons, and it was on Disney Channel, which is so weird. And I'm like, that doesn't seem like a normal Disney show. Like, right? Like, it does not scream Disney to me. And that is because Disney did not make the show. It was made by Fresh TV, but Disney just, I guess, bought it to air on their platform, because I think they aired it around like the fall time. So I'm sure they just thought it was like, I don't know, funny for kids to watch or something around the like fall time. But what's crazy is Fresh TV also made Total Drama, which makes complete sense to me, because Total Drama was on Cartoon Network. So again, like, Cartoon Network doesn't really have that Disney style humor. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense that Total Drama and My Babysitter's a Vampire are from the same people. And it makes sense that they would air on 2 different platforms, because I could not see Disney at all airing Total Drama. I'm still shocked though that they bought My Babysitter's a Vampire, because like literally doesn't align with the shows that they make, right? Like, I don't know. To me it has Nick vibes, but also a lot of Cartoon Network show. Like, to me, Cartoon Network is more similar... To me, Cartoon Network is more similar to Nick than to Disney. Don't ask me why. I think it's because Nick had a lot of, like, cartoon... I'm not saying Disney didn't have cartoon shows. Like, Disney had, like, Gravity Falls and stuff. And they had many other, like, animations. But, like, Nick had a lot of, I feel, more iconic, animated shows. Wow. Because I'm pretty sure Nick had Avatar. Avatar The Last Airbender. I'm, like, shook. I'm really shook right now. But anyway, yeah, like, overall, I was, like, a Disney girl. Like, I watched all the Disney shows. But, like, iCarly was definitely way better. Yeah. I'm like, I need to process. I need time to recover from finding out My Babysitter's a Vampire was on Disney, because what the hell? That's crazy. And I'm tempted to start talking right now about Cartoon Network, but I'm not, because I could talk so much about Cartoon Network. Not gonna talk about Cartoon Network right now, but love Cartoon Network. Yeah. I just want to know, though, why it is that Disney has produced more stars. Like, to me, it's just kind of weird. Like, okay, Nick has... The only person I can think from Nick who is, like, full mainstream pop star is Ariana Grande, right? Like, I know, like, they have a lot of other people still doing stuff, but that's the only thing I can think. Whereas, like major, okay, I'm talking about, like, major 2025 relevancy here, okay? Like, still relevant. So Nick has Ariana Grande. Disney has Olivia Rodrigo, Jenna Ortega, Miley Cyrus. I would still say Miley Cyrus is relevant. I mean, she's, like, the, like, iconic, like, pop star. Zendaya. Shit, did we run out? Did we already run out of people? Well, Selena Gomez. That's already 5. Well, okay, they also have Bridget Mendler. Let's not forget about Queen Bridget. Okay, she could come back at any second. She's doing her studies right now. Bella Thorne, post-Disney, I would say she was pretty relevant. She was in, like, a couple, like, popular movies, but then she kind of spiraled. But, I think she's better. I think. Does anyone remember that show I Didn't Do It on Disney? That was so bad. I didn't even watch that. It seemed so terrible. It was so, no. But also, like, I'm like, Hilary Duff. Is her name really Hilary Duff? Imagine being named Hilary Duff. Hilary Duff, I mean, to me, she's relevant. But, like, also, she doesn't really do that much lately. Right? Right? I can't remember any other Disney stars because I'm flopping. Well, oh my god, Sabrina Carpenter! Oh, Girl Meets World, by the way. That was on Disney. Hashtag only watched a couple episodes, didn't like it. Sabrina Carpenter, yeah. So we're winning on the Disney side as for, like, relevant people. Right? Isn't that crazy? That's cray. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Nick... Because, okay, I'm not saying the labels Disney people sign to are good. Because the Disney labels are not that good. Let's be honest. Atlantic Records is not that good. But it's somehow, once you leave Disney, you have so much more opportunity than when you would leave Nick. And I'm not saying if you are on Nick, you're not, like, you're not talented or you're not gonna be relevant after. But I don't know why there's, like, a Nick curse. Because it's like, how come I can only name one major person? And I know there's, like, Josh Peck, why can't I remember the two guys' names from Victorious? You know who I'm talking about. The one is dating Halsey, and the one is, like, a major, like, music producer. So I'm not saying you can't be successful if you were on Nick, but I'm saying, like, the caliber of relevancy is crazy. Like, when you're on Disney, like, you're like A-list. Whereas Nick, it's like, you're successful, but where's the name recognition? I don't know, because guess what? I can't find it. I don't know who you are. I don't know why that is. I feel like maybe the name Disney has more pull. But also Nickelodeon did for a while. Like, let's be honest. Like, come on now. I don't know. Hashtag, y'all, I don't know. I just work here. But yeah, let me know whether you were, like, a Nick or Disney person. I know someone's gonna be like, I wasn't a Nick or Disney person. I was a ba person. And if you say Cartoon Network, I'm like, okay, you could be a Cartoon Network person, but I watched Cartoon Network along with those. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you really be a Cartoon Network person? Like Cartoon Network was just, to me, it didn't have its own, I mean, I guess it did have its own personality. I mean, to me, Cartoon Network is just, like, ingrained in me. I'm like, to me, like, Cartoon Network, you don't choose to be a Cartoon Network person, you are a Cartoon Network person, because the cartoons on Cartoon Network were and are so iconic. Does that make sense? Like, how, you can't choose, you can choose between Nick and Disney, but you've seen the Cartoon Network shows, you know what I'm saying? Because it was Cartoon Network, that's where you watch the cartoons. Do you know what I'm saying? So you can't really choose to be a Cartoon Network person because you already are one. Like, if you are Gen Z, you've seen you've been on Cartoon Network. You've seen multiple Cartoon Network shows. You can't convince me you haven't. You can't, okay? No, absolutely not. But yeah, I am gonna be so for real. I am literally so tired right now that my brain is becoming scrambled. My brain is scrambled eggs right now. So I actually have to hang up on y'all. This voice note is over. And I love how I haven't even been introducing my show the past 2 episodes. But guess what? We low-key like that. Okay? But yeah, I'm gonna go. This Disney girl's gonna go. Okay? And I will see y'all on the next one. Which will be whenever I feel like posting it. Because that's how this is operating. Okay? Jesus.